Greetings. Good night. Good morning. Peace, blessings, love. I want to talk to y'all about something tonight. You can choose to listen or not. Completely fair. It's completely up to you. I want to talk to you about a distinction that needs to be made in between Black culture, which was built by upstanding Black men and women, and nigga shit. Excuse my language. Nigga behavior, nigga culture. Because these are two different things that we continue to lump people in the same category, that we are getting to a point, just like with the wheat and the chaff, we have to make a distinction, because one is being mistaken for the other and being the focal point of other people's, other ethnicities' vitriol and denigration of us. And they're looking down their nose at us because they think we abide by this nigga shit that people are doing, which has an origin. Now, I don't think I need to really go into what we all consider as Black culture, because Black culture is Black excellence. If you see anything that is promoting us in a positive light, that is furthering our culture in a very forward thinking, forward progressing culture that will be here for the eons of time. I don't think we need to really go into that, because we all know about the kings and queens. We all know about the great dynasties that came before, that were copycatted and brought over here, and our bodies were used to construct this government off of our Black culture, which is rich in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, health, spirituality, sexuality, whatever you want to put on it. It's all us. But what we're going to talk about right now, I want to talk about this nigga shit. Nigga shit, niggas are a product of white supremacy. Now, if we know that a nigga is the product of white supremacy, where did we get this behavior from? And then we think because it has Black melanin on it, that mind is that of a savage. Nigga culture is the closest thing to savage behavior. What do you think the Europeans were doing in the caves when they were in Europe? They were in the caves. They had no enemies. Well, we are their open enemy, but they had no enemies. So when you are a damned people that have no peace in you, you can't have peace amongst your own people. And we know for a fact white supremacy causes you to oppress whoever is around you. So white people not only suppressed and oppressed black people when it got here, after they brought us here. Even though there were some of us here, they still killed us, and then those of us that they had that were going to do their bidding, they put them in place. And then they started the cotton slave trade and everything. Other than that, they were in Europe. They were in the caves and hillsides, taking off on each other, taking off on their own women, raping and pillaging each other. Now, if we don't see the connection in between the way the original savage, which crawled around in the caves of Europe without knowledge of himself, couldn't feed himself, nothing. He had nothing else to do but be a cannibal. And you're gonna take off on the people that's right next to you that look like you. So they were over there in the caves and hillsides, raping and pillaging, killing each other, doing all of this heinous shit amongst them. And then we came, sent one of our good ones over there, civilized them, get you upright. Because even though you are, whether we want to believe it or not, they are the personification of wickedness. They are the personification of wickedness, whether we want to believe it or not. And I'm not saying this to all white people that are walking around, but you have a proclivity for that. But you're not empowered to, you know what I'm saying, exact that type of fucking wickedness on the people. But the ones that are, that's what they're doing. But anyway, so if we don't see the connection and the correlation in between that, the original savage, the white man, which came from us, which is our illegitimate son, we civilized him and got him ready to do his work. His work was to come and master us for the time being, so we could really experience what evil is like, because they bred it into us. As they came in the transatlantic slave trade, and they oppressed us and did all types of heinous acts and everything to keep us under control. Then what do? Once that mindset is programmed into you, like Willie Lynch said, whether Willie Lynch was a real person or not, that mindset will continue on. Now, when that mindset continue on, as that's been bred into the people of God which were here, and then those that were brought over here to do the bidding of the people that are in control right now. You want to adopt that a part of black culture? No, I do not. So I just want to make that distinction and see whatever is looking like something that is hateful of black people, something that is evil intent for black people. You want to do all types of this and that to another melanated nigga that look just like you. Excuse me, I said nigga. But another black man that look just like you. But we all is black men and women until we start to see how your behaviors are. We need to see how you act amongst us, and if you have any hatred and stuff like that for us. I don't have hatred for black people. I have hatred for that which I know, which was bred into us. That hatred was brought into us, and that's what I hate. And that's what I make my distinction with. But see, we get so caught up in it. We get so caught up in the madness that we think this is black culture, and you think I hate you when I don't. So I just wanted to come up here and I wanted to say that because there needs to be a distinction made. I do not want to be identified with as people that are continuing degenerate behavior. And when I mean degenerate behavior, I mean that which does not further our culture mentally, spiritually, economically, educationally, which is foremost foundational. So that's why everything that I'm working towards putting things together. I got books and stuff coming out. I got a podcast that is slowly building and stuff like that. This is just a video. I'm just ingratiating myself with whoever's watching. But other than that, I wanted to make that distinction. Now, you could take what I'm saying. I probably won't be able to fit all of this in one video. This probably going to be like 2 videos. But I'm going to put this out. You look at it, dice it up, give me some feedback, give me some hate, whatever you want to do. I get hate in real life, so it's like the internet shit ain't gonna bother me. So make it your business to engage with or tell me if you think I'm wrong, or if you think I need to be corrected on anything that I said. But I know that we did not learn this behavior from us. That behavior is savage behavior, which has now been adapted into what we think is black culture, because knowledge of thyself was not present. I'm saying knowledge of thyself, but I really mean knowledge of self. And when I mean knowledge of self, I mean knowing who you are from your origination and knowing who your real enemy is and what your real enemy has done to you, which you don't know, which is more psychological than it is physical. They physically beat us, but it's the psychological aspect of it that stayed with us. So we need to shake that off. You need to. I look in the mirror myself, and I try to. I try to make as much of a distinction with what principles and things that I stand on, and all that other shit. That ain't me. You judge me by my actions. If you ever see me doing some shit like that, then you say, okay, you might gotta put them over there in that category. But at the same time, you don't judge a person by one act, or, you judge a man by a character throughout his whole life. Even somebody that might have wronged you. That doesn't make that person a bad person. They might have just did something bad because of what the circumstances had on them. But that doesn't mean I have to exact that same type of evil revenge and come after you bloodthirsty. I don't have to do that. I heard Minister Farrakhan say that good brother Wesley Muhammad was teaching on. He said that we have to start being more. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, what he said was we have to start being less combative with each other. Meaning, to raise your hand in violence to your brother should be a violation if it's not called for. If I have no reason to draw your blood, why am I looking to draw your blood? And I'm gonna leave it right there. So basically we have to start, like it says in the scriptures, turn the other cheek. But I know people don't like to hear that, because niggas been like, you don't want to turn the cheek no more. But we are all, if we're not trauma bonding, we are trying to exact trauma on each other. And that needs to be quelled. And when I say quelled, I mean that needs to be calmed down to a screeching halt. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for whoever made it to the end of this. I just wanted to get up here and make that distinction that I feel we all should have to make that distinction at some point in time, because you cannot be judged by the actions of somebody else. Because that's how we get into these wars of, hating whole groups of people. It's not right. You might have one madman that's able to galvanize people to do heinous acts, but you don't judge all of the people that man comes from, because one man wants to do heinous things to God's people. That ain't right. So on that note, Ashe, peace, love, blessings. Good night, good morning, love. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good night.